Let's fly! Let's fly! Take me up! Take me up! Let's fly! Take me up!
Hey guys, how are you doing? Hey Ali, hi Griffin. How are you doing guys?
Take me up!
So today I want to do like about that weapon by the way. So yeah, we're, as you know guys, Escoffier will get her signature weapon, and that weapon, you know, like if you ask me, I wouldn't strongly suggest, I don't suggest you to go for that weapon at all, because weapon looks kinda not so okay. Because if you remember, like on the last stream, it's Orb who joined and asked me like 3 second stuff, and I saw that 3 seconds it's about like it's mistranslating or something like that. It's not actually, it's really 3 seconds buff, which is actually not so useful, unfortunately. And you know why is that? It's because most likely that 3 seconds gives you not, it's that 3 seconds not about buff, but that 3 seconds about healing. So yeah, to give a couple enhanced or like increased healing for a short period of time, which is actually a good idea, but there's a catch, because you know, like going for a crit damage weapon, in my opinion, it's not a bad idea if you have enough energy recharge. On other case, it's the same thing, like same situation like with Furina. Banners are good for those who want. Yeah, I agree with you about banners. Yeah, because like I actually, not gonna lie, I want Constellation 6 ororon, and I have pretty good chances to get him. Also, my Lila is not Constellation 6 if I'm not mistaken, so like all of them are pretty good for me. And my Lilith, even though I don't use her, she's constellation 4. So yeah, I need a couple constellations. So yeah, like shooting star, nightfall, like deals 40% increased damage, and like yeah, it's kind of like okay. Yeah, it's skill and burst. Fifth, it's increased level of her skill or either burst, so it's something like that. So yeah, oh yeah, her burst. But I want like constellations for my ororon. Constellation, ororon's constellation 3 would be nice to get them. I don't think I will build Ifa. Ifa is kinda if you ask me, guys, I wouldn't suggest you to build Ifa because you know why? He is okay if you want to fun, because yeah, a pretty fun character. But Sucrose is better. Sucrose just obviously better. Even with Constellation 6, Sucrose is still better, because Sucrose is off field, you can do like swirl and you will be alright. In case of Ifa, you need to keep him on field, which is actually bad.
Let's fly.
You know, he is a kind of on field DPS character like Mizuki, but Mizuki is better. Mizuki is actually better. The only benefits I would say it's he is not only swirl damage booster, but also electro charge damage booster. So yeah, in this case it's good, but you know, yeah, multiplier at constellation 0 or 2 or up to 5 is only 200-ish something. So yeah, 225. At higher constellations you can do better than that.
Time to say hello.
But you need constellations, unfortunately. So yeah, about the weapon. Escoffier's weapon is bad, if you ask me. I mean, like, it's not bad, of course. It's like a best in slot for her. But that weapon increases her personal damage, which is actually might be not so useful. You know why? Because mostly, I would say it's better to go like, since Escoffier is a supportive character, like sub-DPS supportive character, like Furina, let's say. For Furina, you try to get more energy recharge, more HP, etc., something like that, right? To increase her supportive abilities. Like, yeah, to get that buff as soon as possible. The same thing is, I would say, it's for Escoffier, because she's a healer and she can enable Furina. In this case, if you have enough healing and you can use it every other rotation, every rotation, not other, every rotation, then it's cool. But with that weapon might be a problem, because low energy recharge. Because of that. Just a second, let me just mark this one on a map. With Pyroculus or like any other Oculus, I have like kinda some kind of contract sign or something. I always mark them on a map, like is that interactive map we have, because yeah. About the banner, yes, I agree with you, banner is good, because we get like pretty good characters. Not all of them may be so great for Navia, because you still can use Ororon, because he is a Electro. You still can use Lila, but yeah, I would say it's not a great banner for Navia. But actually for Escoffier is also either not so great. You can use Lila though, but yes, Ifa is completely different. Lila, yes, maybe, and Lila with tenacity, it's not a bad option for that team if you don't have any other options, and she's a shielder. So yeah, you can get like shielder and healer at the same time. Using Ifa, it's using Ororon, it's not a great. It's kind of like, yeah, he mostly can be used in other teams, especially with the natlan characters. And as you noticed, yeah, Ororon can be used with Ifa. That's true. And actually, it's a great synergy. They have like both like a great synergy. But yeah, you actually try to avoid using with like Escoffier especially, and with Lila it's kind of, yes, okay if you don't have any other options. But yes, with Ifa, yes, because Ifa in Natlan, and you can activate Ororon's off-field application. But that weapon is good for sure. No, actually for Shurus is bad as well. You know why? But will you put Weapon banner. You do like Navi a lot. About weapon banner, no, I will skip it. Why this weapon is not good for chivalrous as well? You know what's the problem with that weapon? The problem with that weapon is that weapon just it's because of rotations. I mean, it's my own opinion, but let me explain. So yeah, this weapon, what this weapon does, it gives you just a second. This weapon gives you just let me just like open that description. So yeah, attack is increased by 12%. When equipping character is off field, attack is increased by additional 12%. This 24% attack increase, it's only for that on the wielder of that weapon. After initiating a healing, the equipping characters and the characters they have healed, so let's say literally all of your teammates, will get additional 32% additional attack, right? Furina cannot benefit from that. Newlet cannot benefit from that. It's like Yelan cannot benefit from that. Ayaka, yes. Risley, yes. Shenhei, yes, that's true. But the problem is, it's only for 3 seconds. I assume that this attack increase, it's only for healing, for a short period of time, you know? That's it. It's like to increase your healing, and that's because like her healing actually, I mean like when it comes to team-wide healing, like first tick, it's actually good. But when it comes to like upcoming healing, like ticks, which is like 9 ticks, and each one is about like 3k, it's actually low. I assume that they made that weapon especially to increase that healing abilities by a little bit, you know? Why? Because like, let's say like that. Xilonen heals better than Escoffier. You know? And that's... You do like Navi a lot? Yeah, about Navi, yes, I like Navi a lot, but I will skip because you know why? Let's say like that. Navia's... Navia's signature weapon, Verdict, it's not a bad weapon, but you know, like even though I like the characters, it doesn't mean I need to go for the weapons. So yeah, it's actually try to avoid doing that. Yeah, because you always can use free-to-play option. For Navi especially, we have Gravestone, great weapon. We have free-to-play 4-star Claymore event weapon, which is actually good. The point is, so yeah, like you. I would say yes, about that weapon, Chevreuse, and that weapon. And rotation is going to be usually like, as you know guys, if you have Constellation 6, Chevreuse, she has some specific abilities, she gained some specific abilities, which is, after using the hold mode of, will not go on cooldown, you see, when you use it, so yeah, like, after you Constellation 4, after using grenades, which is her burst, this is not going to on cooldown, so you can use it couple times back to back, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. Some players use that, you know, to do some damage, you know. In this case, you need to avoid using that. I will pull Navi Vortex. I got Wolf Greystone, so I'm like, yeah, like about like if you have Wolf Greystone is actually a crazy weapon. Or like, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, wishing on this banner, I wouldn't suggest you. That polearm is not so great. I mean, yes, it's increased damage, but do you need some additional damage for a Escoffier? Actually, no, because you know why? It's like about like 2k, 3k, maybe 5k additional damage, but it's not so like something significant. Yes, like DPR like increased, that's true. Like DPS increased a little bit, but you know, like I would say it's better to play more comfortable Escoffier than going for that weapon. And it's a waste. It would be waste anyway. About Chevreuse, why Chevreuse is not so great? Just a second. Let me check something. Let me check which one is healing. Is the least spiral coordinate that triggers overloaded. So yeah, overloaded. Just a second. They can explode a shell with what? Okay, it's not this one. Just a second.
A little extra training never hurts.
I don't like to. Yeah, like, but you know what, Ali? If you ask me, yeah, like Navi is going to be not bad. By the way, don't forget about like future Spy Lobbies.
Any conflicts around?
Most likely, it's going to be
move for some
released like in
peacemaking.
5.7. Let me just check something. Oh my god. Okay. Just a second. Yeah.
Final warning!
So yeah. Her skill heals. You know what does mean? I mean, like, usually you do rotation. Yeah, my bad. I just, like, sometimes I forgot that. So yeah, what you do, like, why this weapon is also not so good for Escoffier, even though, like, many players say that it's the best in slot for. Yes, but you know what's the problem? What's the catch? You use her burst, then you use her skill. If you have Constellation 4, at least, you can use that skill couple times. And if you do that, you lose that buff time, you know, it's only 3 seconds. On top of that, when you do that overloaded, you switch to, like, you might switch to not exactly to your DPS character, but other character, let's say with TDTS wielder or something like that, you know? You know why is that? Okay, bye bye Ali. You know why is that you need to switch? Because, like, as you know guys, a buff lasts for 30 seconds. An attack buff lasts for 30 seconds, which is actually pretty decent amount of time, you know? Usually you do like something like that, then you can switch to any TDDS, but like, the point is, you actually will lose that 3 seconds buff. So because of that, it's better to use any other weapons like HP one or like Favonius weapon one to like increase, because let's say like that. As you know guys, you need to give like Chevreuse like needs HP. Let's say this weapon, which is like signature weapon, it's actually by these numbers, it's the same as like Escoffier's signature weapon. You switch this one, right? You already get a little bit low. You need to get something, because like, yeah, if you only can get max, but yes, it's not a huge difference though. But anyway, because you know why it's why it's huge difference, because this weapon gives you HP, that's why, but that weapon doesn't. I mean, like Escoffier's weapon. Just a second, let me find another one. Let's go like this one. I don't need crit damage so much. Oh yeah, let's go like this one, because the point is to get something with attack. Just a second. So you see, you lost like a huge amount of HP. It's 5k HP, it's actually a lot. The point is that weapon doesn't give you any HP, and it's kind of increased attack buff for your wielders, which is actually might be not so useful. I still think that weapon it's not going to. Yes, for DPS Chevreuse maybe. Yes, if you use emblem set to use her burst as a DPS, yes maybe. But again, I mean, like, yeah, that weapon is not so great. Also, it's not great for maybe slightly good for, but it's still, it's not a great. I wouldn't suggest it to go for that weapon. Like, yeah, stick with this one, which is actually not a bad weapon, or you can use stuff for Homa, which also increases HP, and like HP is useless for Escoffier, but it's increased attack at least. So yeah, the point is like that weapon is kind of like, you know, like, it's only that attack buff, if I'm not mistaken, only for healing. That's it, because 3 seconds is literally nothing. It's kind of not even a buff. Again, it's me. I definitely will do some tests, because as you know, like test play, Escoffier will get that weapon. We'll see how it goes. Hey Zora, how are you doing? I think chat isn't working. No, hey Mirak, how are you doing? No, chat is working. My bad. I just was discussing that weapons, so yeah, it's working well. But you have streamed yesterday? I forgot. No, I'm not Zoro. Usually I like, yeah, I don't stream on Sundays. No, I didn't. I didn't. So yeah, stream like today and tomorrow and yeah, throughout the week. except Sundays. So yeah, guys, the topic is about the Escoffier's weapon. Let's say like that. If you like Escoffier and you want to go for Escoffier, and Escoffier just, yeah, you want to get that Escoffier, you want to see her perfect with that weapon, go for it. But in all other cases, that weapon is a waste, complete waste, because that 3 seconds is actually bad. As I mentioned, it's only for healing, just for a little bit healing, you know, to like kinda maybe get fanfare stacks, something like that. I don't think it will work for Escoffier so well, because you know why? Let's say like that. In some cases, you maybe will try to avoid using Escoffier's healing and use only new. Let's say like that, the team like that: Nuvolet, Furina, Escoffier, and Citlali, right? And you have kinda limited times. And like, let's say like that, since res shredding applied by Escoffier's skill or burst, right? It's better to use her skill, of course, because like, yeah, it lasts longer, it's like more consistent, and also hits an enemy. The point is, you try to avoid using that burst at all. But yes, but that weapon gives attack, so it's completely useless for Nuvolet anyway. So yeah, my bad. But anyway, so yeah, let's say other characters. Let's say, I don't know, like which can like. Chlorine is not the case. Okay, that's a little bit difficult to find something, but yeah, that weapon, I would say it's not okay. Even though the Calcs, the Maz. Hey Dreamers, how are you doing? Vortex, I need Skyward Spine very badly. Yeah, that's 2 crit. I need that 2 crit rate. It's 8 crit rate, by the way. The point is that's why Skyward is better, in my opinion, than any other weapons we have, because Skyward gives you energy recharge, which might be actually extremely useful. Skyward gives you 8 crit rate at R1 and also gives you high base attack. So all Escoffier needs. Yes, this passive is okay, but yeah, it's useless. But you can anyway, like additional normal attack and charge attack hits an opponents have a 50% chance. You can use her on field and do some damage, or like plunge damage, for example. Yes, plunge damage is not the same. The point is, yeah, it's not so useful. About her weapon, guys, again, I think that weapon that 3 seconds is actually a trap, because let's say I saw a couple like damage comparison, and yes, that weapons in general gives you more damage. But do you need damage on Escoffier? It's the same situation with Furina. You know why? Furina, as you know, like she is mostly used as a supportive character to give buff. That's it. That's why she needs a lot of energy recharge. That's why if you have constellation like 0 or 1 or 2, something like that, using her signature weapon is not a great idea, because you are going low on her energy, and that's bad. You know, if you cannot get some energy, like a recharge source, you cannot use her burst in rotation. And that's actually bad, because you cannot get that 75% elemental damage bonus buff. The same thing applies to Escoffier. So that's why I would say that signature weapon, for free-to-play especially, for Constellation 0, is not so useful. But it's me, I will do the test again. Like, yeah, like, it's actually a trap weapon, if you ask me. And by the way, about other characters as well. Yao Yao, like, Iansan and Chevrus, I don't think it's a great weapon for Chevrus either. You know why? Because Chevrus' rotation is completely different. Chevrus is a character with a 30 seconds duration, and you try to use it like, let's say, at the beginning of your rotation, mostly, then do something other stuff, and after that, because you know, like, I don't think that Chevrus, if I'm not mistaken, Chevrus is not snapshotting, so you just kind of like get additional like healing for a short period of time, and that's it, you know. So most likely, in my opinion, that 32% attack buff, it's for healing. They just add that part when like not only you but your will, like, but a healed character gets that 32, just in case, you know. 3 seconds is literally nothing. Hey Lucas, how are you doing? So yeah, I've been working non-stop for 2 weeks. That's complete. Lucas, hey Ron. Is it chat? No, that's good. I won't be able to hear again. Sorry, that's okay. That's completely okay. Thanks for coming through. Though. It's been like non-stop since I've been working, even on the for real. Unfortunately, yes, I'd
have lost myself long
ago.
ago
Never do it.
if I allowed myself to be led by the whispers of the abyss.
But bro, I thought
Surviving
Vortex
is
were
tough.
deleting my comments.
Taming the
What?
beast
No, no,
within
no. Like Mira, come on.
is
Like no,
tougher.
like let's guys. No, no, no. Like Mira, I wouldn't do that anyway. Bad words on him. I mean, like, yeah, I'm pretty, like, let's say like that, guys. I usually try to be more, kind of like, you know, more calm about, like, even bad words, something like that. But yeah, like, everything has its edge or something, you know, like, yeah, but completely, like, anyway, like, I'm not going to delete you. Why I should do that? What, can you show your, oh yeah, just a second. My future Escoffier build is going to be like this. Sorry guys if I miss some chat, because you know why? I think about that weapon for like from yesterday, to be honest, and yeah, I think like why they even created that weapon, because it's completely useless. I mean, crit damage, it's kind of like, it's the same situation like with Furina. If you have Constellation 0, you don't need that weapon at all, because like it's kind of useless. You don't need so much damage, you just need energy recharge, and that's it. Because since she is off field, if you know, like let's check Furina. Her energy cost, it's 60 if I'm not mistaken. For Furina it's 80 if I'm not, just a second, let me check it. Just a second, like graffiti, I will show you. Oh no, it's 60 as well. You know what the point is? The point is you need maybe like Furina is not a great battery, so I would say energy requirements for Escoffier might be 150, 160. I mentioned that before, not 190, you know. So yeah, like, but just keep that in mind. Like duration is 18 seconds. For Escoffier is 20 seconds. And cooldown is 15 as well. So you get like additional 2 seconds. It might be helpful to get more energy, you know. Alright, so yeah, my build. About my build, so yeah, my Escoffier, my future Escoffier list is like that. Varka is like Gepard is HSO. Oh, actually, I would today like lots of Genshin leaks dropped, including Varka design. For real, it was Varka. I didn't notice that. I changed my Navi artifacts suddenly because my Escoffier needs Navi artifacts. Oh yeah, actually, Escoffier doesn't need Navi artifacts, but yes, you can use Golden Troop on Navi. That's true. So yeah, my build. About my build, I'm going to use this Skyward Spine, which is, in my opinion, best in slot for free-to-play player, because many players, like you can use this one as well. Like Cliff Pole, don't forget about that, because it gives crit damage, but unfortunately no energy recharge. You need to find some source of energy recharge. You can use this one. It's also not bad, but you can lose some, you know, it's increased 40%, like you can lose some attack for like you get for 10 seconds, so just keep that in mind. Catch is not a case, but if you low on energy recharge you can use it, and if you don't have any other options. Favonius is okay, but not great one, because you know why? It's going to be good if, like, let's say like that, since she's going to be a supportive character, sub DPS, it's kind of like it's not a main her role as a sub DPS. You can use it easily. I still would suggest you to use this one if you have this one. It's not a bad, because like base attack is high, energy recharge is high, and also like it gives some crit rate if you need that. Okay, that's about weapon. About my artifacts, like about the artifacts in general, it's Golden Troop or Blizzard set or Tenacity. You can use some other sets, by the way. So yeah, you can use a Golden Troop, you can use Tenacity. You also can use maybe Mercy Hunter, but Mercy Hunter is not a great option. You know why? Because yeah, she's cryo and she definitely will get enough. But if you are super low on crit rate, you can go like, yeah, it's also will be kind of okay. Other than that, Golden Troop, this one, and you can use Blizzard set, which is not a bad if enemies can be freezed, you know. It's not a bad at all, because it gives you additional 40% crit rate. And also cryo damage bonus, so yeah. But I would say Golden Troop is the kind of like, in general, best one. Because you mostly you want to use her off field. You don't need to on field. Tenacity is also good if you need additional like attack. About the pieces, it's like that. It's attack goblet, and it's crit rate, crit damage, depending on your needs. You can go cryo damage goblet, but it still depends. You need to do the test. If you need more damage, then go like for damage, cryo damage goblet. If you need a little bit more healing, then attack. You know why? Her attack is actually not craziest one. A first tick, which is going to be team wide, is okay, but upcoming ticks, which is only for active characters, is bad. It's bad. Like, let's say like that, like she's kind of like a little bit better than Chevrus. It's 2k, 2.5k. It's not enough, unfortunately, you know. Let's say like that, maybe even Newlet doing better, you know. Because of that, I would say, yeah, you need maybe second kind of like healer on your team. It's not, yeah, you don't need so much healing, but still, I think like, yeah, that Escoffier Furina would be a little bit tricky to use than we expect. And unfortunately, that weapon is not so useful. Like her signature weapon, you know why? She definitely will need in a pretty decent amount of energy recharge. Let's say 160 is not a, it's pretty good number, you know? Oh yeah, let me show my overall stats, by the way, I completely forgot. So yeah, it's 55 plus 19 plus 15. Why is that? Her ascension is crit rate, and 15 comes out from double cryo, it's resonance. And energy recharge 162. If I see that my energy recharge is like not enough, I just switch one of my artifacts, which is actually I already have, this one, which gives me, which will not harm my crit rate, crit damage ratio. Not so much, but gives me enough energy recharge, 180, close to 180. So yeah, like kind of like I'm pretty prepared. I still think that 160 is more than enough. It's enough for her. She's not a bad battery at all. She attacks every second, which is cool. So yeah, you will be alright with 160. But still, we need to do the test. The problem is if you use like other weapon other than energy recharge weapon, it might be tricky. Let's say if you switch to for like Savahoma, the energy recharge drops to like 125, you know, so, but that's a lot. Yeah, you get enough crit damage, but actually it's not okay. You know why? Let's say she's not Emily. On Emily, you can do something like that. You know why? Because Emily is not a healer. Emily needs attack to increase her personal damage or field damage. That's true. That's why you use something like that with no energy recharge whatsoever. And as you know, like Emily's skill and burst is kind of the same. If you use burst, after 2.8 seconds, it converts to her skill and increases this duration, which is 22 seconds. So yeah, like it's that Lumidus case, you know? So Emily in this case way more flexible, but with Escoffier, yes, we need to kind of like, yeah, she might be not so easy to build in my opinion. So yeah, that weapon, like her signature weapon, if you have Constellation 0, I would say it's a waste. No need to go for that, just stick for like Favonius would be better. Because her personal damage is not the main point. Yes, it's good, it's not bad. But you know what, since you can rush shredding and healing, if you get 75% out of Furina, it's way better than getting that a little bit more damage out of Escoffier's skill. That's the point, you know? Sorry guys, I missed some like chats, let me just catch it. I changed my Navi artifact, so yeah. I think Vortex 4-star Pola, which come along with Escoffier and Navia, is the best. 4-star along with Escoffier. Which one? 4-star. Oh, Polar, which comes alongside. You mean like that? Just a second. No, best one. I don't want to say best one. Best one is a Skyward, I would say. You mean like this one? Just a second. Let me check it. You mean like this one, right? Just a second, let me check that. It's unfortunately it's not free to play. You know what's the point is, like, let's say Skyward is a free to play. You can say that it's a free to play weapon, you know? That weapon is not free to play. You can go for that polearm. Just a second, let me check what it does. Protector drill. So yeah, when a wielder is healed or heal others, they will gain unity for the last 30 seconds up to maximum 3 symbols when using the element. For 10 seconds. You know what's the problem? Yes, it's not okay. Again, you know why? Let's say, what's the problem with that weapon? It gives you buff for 10 seconds only. That's a problem. It's going to be the same as like that torch weapon, you know, the same, exactly the same thing, like this one. If you actually, you know why? It might be even better because it gives you energy recharge. That weapon doesn't give you energy recharge at all. It gives you attack, you know, and base attack is the same, and it gives 40. I will do the test, but in my opinion, no, it's not okay. I mean, like, you know why? It's the same thing like you get like this one, which gives you attack, and additional attack, you know? This one gives you 10 seconds as well. You know, that's about, when elemental reaction is triggered, attack is increased by 24. Like, roughly, it's the same, because, just a second. Let's say you go for R1, right? Just a second. It gives you 3 symbols when using the attack, so yeah. For each symbol consumes, gain 3 attack and 7 elemental damage bonus. Elemental damage bonus is okay, 3% attack for healing, it's low. So yeah, she might be, again, it's like that stick, like you told, like this one, it's for her personal damage, which is actually not so important at the end of the day. You know why? You better to go for healing, like for more attack, like an energy recharge, to use that burst every rotation. That's the point. I mean, that's why this stick might be not so useful. And it lasts for 10 seconds, which is actually a bad, you know?
I'm a little out of practice.
Again, if you're looking for damage, you can use it.
Around?
But you know, we have another sticks, like let's say, like the best stick for damage is that signature set, or like for Staff of Homa. But why I'm talking about Staff of Homa? Staff of Homa is way more flexible weapon than her signature, you know? Have you done weekly bosses, Dreams? Oh yeah, it's not for me, Dreams, wait for me. Vertex, now I gave Navia her own signature, she still deals the same. Oh, that's true. And you know, no, like, it's not like that, so, like Zoro. Because you know why? Let's say I switched my, back then I had Navia on Golden Troop. You know what's the problem with Golden Troop? Problem with Golden Troop, it's only increase her skill damage. Actually, it's bad because and by the way, it's increased only first hit. By the way, it's increased like elemental skill by 20, increase elemental skill by 24. Additionally, when not on the field, by 25. The effect will be cleared after taking the field. So you can only do first hit if you act pretty fast with that 70%. That's it. After that, you will lose that 25%, which is actually a huge amount of damage, you know? But with her signature set, you can do crazy amount of damage no matter what. So I would strongly suggest you to use her signature. I thought the same, but after switching, even though let's say like that, my Golden Troop ratio was just crazy, but damage was low. With this set, with this bat ratio, I do more damage. Because, you know, like, it doesn't matter which set, like, usually for Navia, second hit, it's slightly better than first one, you know, even without signature. If you do everything properly and you get all of the charge, I mean, like that bullets, you know, 6 of them, second shot is slightly better. But we should also make a video on Cyber voice event current, like the example or something. Oh yeah, you know why I don't do that, Zoro? Because I cannot find the sources. You know, like I was actually, you told me the stream before, like that she is so crazy, like yeah, they did like collaboration, etc. But you know what? I was like, who is that? I never thought about that people, and I didn't saw like haven't seen the video at all. Then I saw the video and yes, and find the exact anime moment. And that was actually crazy. That's really so close to the animation. Yeah, like, not gonna lie, but Genshin, like hoyoverse, really, like, yeah, they're doing great job when it comes to collaboration or like videos, etc., something like that. Not gonna lie. Even Alloy, if you know, guys, so yeah, we have Alloy. We got Alloy back then, and even Alloy, it's, even though she is not so useful, not so many players use her, and maybe not so many players have her, she's still okay, and that collaboration was pretty cool, you know? Hey Rat, how are you doing? No, I think like attack goblet better than cryo. Yes, about cryo and attack goblet, by the way. It's kind of tricky, but still. The point is, it's kind of like the same like with Furina. Because you know, yeah, Furina needs HP anyway, but you can go Hydro damage goblets. What's the problem with Furina and Hydro damage goblets? In this case, you will low on HP, and because of that, you cannot get enough fanfare stacks. You know, and that's a problem. Let's say Escoffier is kinda cryo, but Furina without that maybe buff abilities. You know, the point is like you need to build her exactly the same. Because you need to avoid getting her more damage, but increase her supportive abilities. That's the point. Because let's say I'm talking about Constellation 0, just in case. Because yes, Constellation 2 for Furina is a little bit different. You can go less HP, you can go a little bit less energy recharge maybe, you know. But at Constellation 0, you need enough energy recharge to use it like every rotation. You need enough max HP. The same thing applies to Escoffier. You need enough energy recharge. You definitely will not attack to heals more, like let's say like enough to get fanfare stacks. Her healing is not great. Just keep that in mind. Her healing is actually, yes, first tick is actually cool. Upcoming ticks which applies to active character, it's bad. Red gonna get Navi, Escoffier, Raiden, Kinich. Oh yeah. I'm going to get the Escoffier, Ayaka, Constellation 2 and Kokomi. For real. About that, it's not a bad rail. Actually, yes, it's good. But you know what, Rat, if you ask me, I would say maybe Kokomi, I don't know about Kokomi. Kokomi is crazy. But if you have some specific characters, because Kokomi mostly, Kokomi is for Nilo, if you know that. I mean, like for all other characters, it's kind of like we have healers anyway, so many healers. And yes, Kokomi is only heals, and yes, she is pretty good Hydro application, but it's only healing at the end of the day. But it's still up to you. If you like her, why not? Also, like I have already Navia, Raiden, and I don't want Kinich. Also, Vortex, that was literally animated with Unfordable, the top one animated studio. Oh, for real? I didn't know that. I mean, like, you know why? Sometimes I'm a little like away from that animation stuff, etc. But yeah, that was cool, not gonna lie. That collaboration was great. And also they will give us like a free character. That's crazy actually. You know why? And that character is a premium character. Where's Escoffier, Ayaka Constellation 2 and Kokomi? About Ayaka Constellation 2, by the way, Rat. You know what? Recently I just like did some small let's say calculation on damage. Ayaka is not going to be so crazy with Escoffier. Just keep that in mind. And Shenhe as well. You still can use citlali, and citlali will be actually cool. You know why? I mean, like citlali and Shenhe will give, like I'm talking about non-constellation characters, just like in case, you know, just in advance. And you know why citlali is the same? Citlali can use TDDS. Citlali can use Cinder City. And Citlali, even though she cannot rush red cryo, she gives you additional damage and she gives you TDDS, which is actually extremely useful. I saw a couple like tests was on that Chinese server, something like that. You know that the damage is exactly the same with Shenhe and with Citlali, with Ayaka team, on Ayaka team. And also Ayaka gives you some shield, which is actually defensive utility. About Ayaka Constellation 2, it's completely up to you. If you like Ayaka, why not? She definitely will be better with constellations. So yeah, when comes out Ayaka, normal and charge attacks deal cryo damage to opponents, it has like really chance. Okay, this is kind of like, yeah, Constellation 1 is also like that. When casting comes out of Arc, unleash 2 small addition. Oh yes, this one. Oh my god, you know what, Rat? I wouldn't suggest you to go for that. You know why? Have you ever seen like how bad and like clumsy this stuff is? It's actually not even your let me see, maybe chance of decreasing the cooldown of. I wouldn't suggest you to go for this constellation, Rat. It's up to you, but it's going to be waste. It's bad constellations. It's not decrease all your damage. It's actually terrible. You know why? Because what's the problem with Ayaka? The problem with Ayaka, if you fight on last floor, floor 12, and by the way, attack goblet on Ayaka is better, but only when you play with misplaced. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like misplaced and Furin, that's true. Like yeah, like let's say like that, guys. Like Rat is an expert in Ayaka, and yes, that's about that. That's true. You know, that's why you use that. Try to use attack weapons on Ayaka more than crit damage weapons, because yes, it definitely increases her damage. She needs a ton of attack. That's why Shenhe is so crazy for her, because Shenhe also give her some attack buff. The point is, for constellations, if you ask me, I wouldn't suggest you to go for constellations. You know what's the problem with Ayaka? And the problem you will see on version 5.7. As you know, guys, in 5.7 we're going to get new spy lobbies. New spy lobbies will consist of new world bosses. World bosses cannot be freezed. You know that. And in this case, Ayaka burst, you definitely will miss a lot of bursts. You will just like struggle with that and catch. Yes, I'm not gonna tell like about your skill abilities, etc., something like that, but you got the point, you know. I wouldn't suggest you to go for constellation. This constellation is trash, because this one is kind of like Alhatem's constellations. Let me just show you. Just a second. Alhatem literally has the same constellation, which is actually completely useless. I mean, like, kind of like, yeah. So yeah, when a projectile attack hits an opponent, you know, also like CD is like decreased by 2 vulnerability, which effect can be triggered, which is actually, okay. Some like, yeah. I don't know. Second constellation, which gives you this additional 2 small frost lake. It's actually dealing 20% of the original stone. It's so bad. It's terrible. I wouldn't suggest you to go for constellation at all. Like, just skip it. Believe me or not, like Rat, it's bad constellations. Mostly depends on substats. No, it's bad. I want Ayaka because like she deals 40% more damage with her burst. No, it's not 40% more damage, by the way. How can you get... It's not 40% more damage. Because you know what's the problem with her burst? It's not 40% more damage. Just keep that in mind. It's not like that. It's... Oh, like, let me show you what. This one is like, yeah, when Kamisato Ayaka normal and charge attack deals a cryo damage, which is actually you need to do something, right? It's a 50% chance to like decrease CD, which is actually no damage whatsoever. It's not about damage. It just, yes, let's say like that. It maybe increase your DPS in general, because you can use that Kamisato art like more often, but it's not like, you know, like exact like something which increase your damage, you know. You will get the same damage, but you can like get like it's maybe more often. It's still like 0.3 seconds. About this one, it's not 40%. If you ever saw that burst, it actually looks terrible. You know why? You get that mini version of her main burst, which is actually going to the sides. You know, it looks like, I cannot explain you exactly, but still, like, you just watch it, it's bad, right? It's actually, you know, Zoro was like, if you ever saw that, it's actually bad against big enemies as well. You know why is that? In 5.7 we're going to get new spy lobbies. Ayaka is a good DPS character, that's true. The problem is you cannot freeze big enemies. You definitely will miss some damage. That's the point. That's a huge point. Because like even now with Ayaka, sometimes, let's say like that electro horse we have in spy lobbies, man, like you just miss that burst, you know. Yes, after a couple tries, etc., something like that, you can hit him. I'm not gonna lie, it's like, it's, let's say like that. For me, it's a skill issue, no problem. Like I cannot do proper like position, etc., something, but it's still a pain, you know, to do that. It's a struggle. Those 2 smalls, it's actually going to the side. They're not going exactly to the enemy. So let's say like that. If you will be far away from an enemy, you definitely will miss them, even though the enemy is big. So yeah, I wouldn't suggest it. And by the way, it's not 40% additional damage. It's on paper, yes, but in general, it's not going to be so much. I need Kokomi for my... Oh yeah, if you need Kokomi for Nilo, then yes. Because, as you know guys, Kokomi is a... I like Kokomi a lot. Not Kokomi, my bad. I like Nilo a lot. Maybe I will go for Nilo. I will use Nilo with Barbara. Yeah, I know it sounds ridiculous, but yeah. I'm going to use with Barbara. Barbara is like, yeah, she's just crazy. We'll see how it works, but yeah, I saw a couple teams actually with Barbara. I know it's bad. Kokomi is way better. Way, way better. But we'll see. I assume maybe I can use Nilo with Escoffier, because Escoffier can heal as well. You know, yes, it's going to be kind of weird team, but if you cannot freeze an enemy, actually Escoffier might be with Nilo might be extremely useful. Yes, Nilo has a talent where you cannot use other characters but Dendro and Hydro, but still, we'll see. Botox Genshin anime will be made by... Wait, sir. I didn't know that. Oh, okay, I will check. If I'm not mistaken, they want to release that anime like literally, like... yeah, we're going to get that anyway, in near future. I got Constellation 1 for Ike also, so I think it's a bit... Oh, ways to do, not... Oh, I see now. If you have Constellation 1, then maybe yes. I thought you go straight away to Constellation 2. In this case, yes. I would say, you know what? Yes, if you have Constellation 1, then yes. Going for Constellation 2 is not a bad idea. Even though it's not a great additional damage, it's still some additional damage. But just keep that in mind. What I would... You know why? It's not... I saw that like double like frost lakes, you know, they looks terrible. It's like mini bursts of Ayaka's burst, and like they're so small, they're going to the side, you know, like completely, let's say like that. This one, they're like that. Like first one hits exactly to the enemy, second one and third one, which is sides, like go to like to the sides, completely sides. It's so like bad designed if you ask me, but yeah, if you have Constellation 1, this one definitely will increase your damage by a little bit, but not 40%, just keep that in mind. It's like, it says you like 20%, actually it's 20% additional damage, it's not 40. Final of the Deep R5 is crazy. Oh yeah, that's true. Final of the Deep, it's that like weapon which is like yeah, craftable one. It's crazy weapon. It's actually best free-to-play weapon for Ayaka. That's true. Close distance, it can stop on bosses. You know, like it's actually not true about that stops the bosses. It's not like that. You know why? Because if the boss moves when you hit him, and they definitely will. You know, it's always like that. You just lose a ton of damage. You know, you need to find the moment when you just like cast that burst and like, yeah, like for 5 seconds. If I'm not mistaken, Ayaka's burst lasts for 5 seconds. Just a second. So yeah, you need to catch the proper moment. Yeah, it's 5 seconds.
I'd have lost myself long
From close
ago.
distance, like Nilo with Barbara is not... Oh yeah, I know that. I know that Nilo with Barbara is like actually a disaster. But you know, like when you have no choice, you I want Nilo because she's extremely like, yeah, well-designed character. Maybe because of that, but we'll see. I'm not... You know what? Let's say like that. For my account, Nilo is a waste. I don't need Nilo at all. I have Furina, I have Shinchu, which I like a lot. I have Yelan. I mean, like Hydra characters, you know. But Nilo is completely different. I want to try that, like bindful blooms stuff, you know. It's still a waste because yes, like as you know, core for Nilo, it's Nilo, Kokomi, and Nahida. I have only Nahida. Yeah, by the way, about the guys, about the future, like let me tell you about, like, as you know guys, like looks like in 5.8 we're going to get new map, and it's going to be like some continuation of this map. It's going to be kind of in this place, and the name is like Meajivari or something like that. It's a Coast of Ashes. The map looks just crazy, something like insane. And it's going to be like, because as you know guys, even if you now we have this stuff like Pyroculus, even now we don't have enough to level up this Pyro statue. Looks like we are going to get additional like, yeah, map to collect these ones, you know. And also the point is, if I'm not mistaken, we have like this stuff, which you can level up to level 50. At the moment, it's available only up to level 40, you know. So yeah, most likely some new area. If I'm not mistaken, it's only 40 available now. You cannot do 41, etc., something like that. I get... So yeah. Oh yeah, you cannot... No, I cannot offer because I don't have enough. I don't know, like if I'm not mistaken, they said that. So yeah, the point is like we definitely most likely get additional map for Natlan. So yeah, that's crazy actually. I didn't know that. I don't remember like when was the long banner. I got my... Oh, I see now. It went like, yeah, it's like, it was like it's on COVID like time, COVID time, you know? That's when like Hoyo, like, yeah, that was actually so terrible, like, yeah, not a great times actually. Only Aika was available. Hey Yoni, how are you doing? Cause you know the deep R5 is really close in terms of damage. Yeah, that's true. Like, yeah, I know that. That weapon, you told me about that weapon. And that weapon is actually crazy, not gonna lie. I know that. And especially for Ayaka lowers, that weapon is crazy. And you can craft it, it's craftable. You just need some, like, billets, and that's it. That's a crazy weapon, especially. And by the way, back then, you use another one. So yeah, I would like to something made. Yeah. It's craftable, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you're talking about this one. It's a good weapon. That's actually a really, really great weapon for Ayaka. If you want to go for Missplitter for more character, you know what, Rat? Actually, let me say you something. Back then, I got my Missplitter with only single pull. Just imagine. I mean, like, I don't have history, but yeah, I got this weapon like in single pull. Just like I did one single and got this one. So I was extremely lucky. Even though, like, you know, like, I didn't want that weapon so bad. I just like, you know, why not? Let's YOLO, you know, like a YOLO single, something like that. And I got it. So yeah, I don't think I will do that weapon, even though, yes, to do tests, I agree with you, I need more weapons, because sometimes I just, like, I definitely need to level up this one, which is Kinich 4-star best in slot, kinda best in slot weapon, you know? Yeah, I'm a little low on weapons, unfortunately. I will do it, definitely. Yoni, about like Vortex, is FS weapon? Oh yeah, about Weapons weapon, no, it's not worth it, Yoni. If you want to go for the weapon, just skip it. And I'm not kidding. You just, you know why? Just like if you have time, just watch the stream from the beginning. I explained everything, my thoughts about that. It's not a great weapon for Escoffier. Just keep that in mind. It's not a great weapon, unfortunately, especially for Constellation 0. But Missplitter for Ayaka only is kind of waste. I agree with you. Actually, yes. You know why? Because she needs more attacks than crit damage. But that weapon is good for other characters. I know, like, yeah. Like, but it's kind of like, you know, like, let's say like that. If you give Ayaka enough attack, you can use Missplitter. Because it's actually a high base attack weapon. You know? And because of that, it's actually cool. Also gets elemental damage bonus. Also this one stuff, which is like, yeah, attack, deals elemental. So yeah, kind of like not a bad weapon in general. But that craftable one is not so far away. I want them like to... I didn't expect another Natlan map experimentation, but oh, pretty... Yes, me too, actually. Not gonna lie, I didn't expect that we're going to get next Natlan map, but according to the data, because, you know, like, guys, you can't, like, increase that... Oh, this one? Because if I'm not mistaken, like, usually it's level 10 for most of the statues. Like, some of them, yes, it's level... Some of them it's level 8, but most of them it's level 10. So we most likely should get 2 more level, which is actually 34. Maybe next one is 45 and next one is 55, something like that. So we need about like more 100 Pyroculus, you know, and we don't have any sources of them. So most likely, yes, next map is like, yeah. And that map, actually, I saw footages. That map looks just crazy. It's black, completely black, not like this one. Because of ashes, like cost of ashes. Yeah, looks crazy. And it's pretty huge. Not gonna lie, Splitter back then, like before Fontaine, was a huge increase for AI Academy. Yeah, that's true. But now, you know what the point is? Like, Rat. The game is improving, and we're getting more and more free-to-play good weapons, which is actually not so crazy but on paper, but when you put it on a character, it's actually cool. Also, you can do refinement because of that, so yeah. Like, because of that, so yeah, like, we have pretty good options now. But with Fontaine release, it's good still best in slot, but yeah, that's true. Okay, so yeah, let me guys do... I want to do like kind of like weird theme today. Just give it a try. I tried already, to be honest, not gonna lie. I want to try like this theme. It's going to be like Bennett, it's going to be Shanling, this one and this one at first half. Since I don't have access to Chevreuse Constellation 6, this team actually can do the same damage with my Chevreuse. So yeah, using this one is not a bad idea. The point is, like, if I can finish like second one and like upcoming one, let me go like for a second one. I want to use like Newlet team, just like, yeah, and Kazuha. Hey Strayer, how are you doing? Soy Batman? Oh yeah, maybe.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand!
Just a second, yeah. Yeah, something like that.
Going in! Oz, reveal! Stand clear! Absorption test! Let's light it up! Teamwork is strength! Wings of darkness! Stand clear! You're toast! Let's light it up! Let's light it up! I'm going in! By royal decree... At the fry pan! Animal test 60... Eat this! Let's light it up!
Alright, so yeah.
Bring it!
Wind strike.
Strike a pose! Let the world fly!
Peace be with you. Bow your head. Peace be with you. By holy proclamation.
How annoying!
Clouds high. The birds.
Revelation. The truth shall set you free. The tides beckon.
Bring it! Shower me with praise!
Grace be upon you. Peace and hope find you.
Wind strike. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Settle down. The door is open.
Strike a pose! Time to shine! Bring it! Engraved names echo!
Bow your head. Let the mighty be humble.
Let the mountain's veins boil! Yoo-hoo! Let the world collide!
As one with wind and cloud.
The tides beckon.
We'll continue anyway. I just missed a couple seconds, my bad. I still don't have like, okay, that's not for me exactly, for real. Okay, that's not for me. Crazy from, you didn't say either, if I'm not mistaken, MZ. I didn't saw that.
Benny!
You just tried away like about your crazy goblet, which is actually...
Stand! Oz, reveal! Boba! Get them! Stand clear!
Oh my god, let me do it again. So yeah, I need to get more energy. Hold up, that's late.
Let's light it up! Race you!
Let me get some energy.
Teamwork is strict! I summon thee! At the frying pan, Animal Test 6308. Absorb...
I don't think I can finish resisting, to be honest, because it's not enough damage. It's better to go like at least one Hydro, but I will try.
No!
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand!
Actually-
By royal decree, Boba! Get them! Stand clear! Absorption test! You're toast! Let's light it up! Teamwork is strict. Midnight Phantasma! Stand clear! Race you!
Fortunately, you need some cryo to do something
Everybody
like
stand
that.
back!
No rest for the...
At the frying pan, Animal Test 6308. You're toast!
Your cryo, oh my god, Hydro.
Let's light
I
it
will
up!
try it anyway. Maybe I can do it, like, I need a minute.
Boba! Teamwork is dreamwork! Shadow Raven, let not...
Not damage, not damage.
I'm going in! Oz revealed! Nice and spicy! Animal test 6308. Off we go! Let's light it up!
Just climb that blaze. For real. Oh my.
Water!
Alright, so yeah. Let me try it again, but most likely I need like another Hydro in this case, so yeah, would be nice to switch Fischl. Maybe I will go for another weapon. You know why? This team is actually good. I use like a 4-star weapons, especially in, exception is like Fischl.
Everybody stand! Boba, get them! Absorption test, animal test 6. You're toast! Out of the frying pan! I'm going in!
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Absorption test. Nice and spicy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's low damage actually. It's super low damage.
Race you. Boba, get them.
Yeah, let me do like one domains and I will switch back. Only 2 days still in Escoffier, like on Skir gameplay. Oh no, like I'm back. Yeah, welcome back, welcome back. It's not the 2 days for gameplay, it's going to be like more days because like yeah, initial days it's not a gameplay, it's mostly like running, etc, something like that. I hope they will share more data, but we'll see. At least we will get something. Alright, so yeah, let's do this one. I will switch my team, because you know why? My team is actually pretty like I will show my build by the way. So yeah, with that team, with the Fischl, etc, something like that, you can clear it pretty fast, but I need to go with one Hydro. Okay. And by the way, about the banner, guys, that banner with Lila, with Aoife, and with Ororon, it's not bad. The problem is, like, yeah, Aoife is, you know, like, I wouldn't suggest you to build Aoife. It's still up to you.
A little extra training never hurts.
But yeah, he's kind of fun to play, but unfortunately, yeah, like Sucrose is better. So yeah, it might be not so well investment if you're free to play.
Hands where I can see them. Stop right. On my.
She's extremely fun to play, not gonna lie. It's so easy to play, yeah. Hey guys. Me too. What's that? I'm excited for Escoffier. Yes. Yes, like about that, yeah. I think Aoife is like a little version of Mizuki. And like, you know, like Mizuki, maybe attack please. Oh my god, no. Oh, that was brutal. Mizuki, little version. Yes and no. He heals pretty good. His damage is not good at Constellation, like without Constellations, unfortunately. Yes, he buffs electrocharge damage, which is actually okay. He also good with Ororon. I would say Ororon may be one of the best teammate for him because of like he's a natlan and Ororon can activate off-field electro application, all because of that. So yeah. But still, you know, like what's the problem? The problem is he's a 4-star. You need to keep him on field, and and he's a driver. He's not like kind of pure DPS character. Like let's say like I don't know which one, like Gaming for example, or let's say like Hazo for example. You know, they are DPS characters. But he's kinda a driver. He needs like good teammates of field DPS to do some damage, and that's a problem with Aoife. Yeah, he can heal, he can fly, he gets something which keeps him on fly and kinda resistant to interruption if I'm not mistaken, something like that. Well, the gameplay is always like the same day as the update. No, it's not like that, Yoni. Look, you play like you play this game like literally yesterday. We never got gameplay as the same. We got like animation, etc., something like that. The pure gameplay with number, like not even without numbers, like coming out like in 2 days, not the same day. I never saw that. Like. Yeah, like it's not the same. Like I don't know how Yoni like Yoni. Hey Otaku, how are you doing? America? No, not some. It's Europe server. It's Europe, unfortunately. Like yeah, it's not. But I can check your characters if you want me to. I can use Akasha site. So yeah, website to check your builds if you want me to. No problem. Okay, let's go like this team. It's going like this. Was I'm going to use Yelan because Yelan can give me at least some buff, or maybe yeah. Let's try Shinchu, then decide. But I'm going to use like 5-star weapon. You know why? On my Bennett. Unfortunately, my Shanling base build it's terrible. Maybe I can do something, you know, to increase, because 53 and 148, it's kind of like, yeah, it's a shame, to be honest. Oh, animation. Yeah, like, yeah. I mean, animation, yes. We are going to get the same days. That's true. Like, animation and let's say like something like that, like idle animation and running and like dashing and something like that. Yes, we definitely will get. At least it will show us an outfit at school. But kind of gameplay, it's within 2 or 3 days, something like that. Okay, instead of this weapon, let me go like Miss Splitter. You know why? That weapon definitely will give me more buff for my Shenling and my and Shinchu, and yes, maybe I can do something. Let's check. Usually, yes, it's usually like within 2 or 3 days, but that's, and you know what's the problem? Another problem with that gameplay is actually, it's bad because you don't see any numbers. That's a problem. So you can't see real damage, you just see rotations, you just see best teams. Usually the numbers comes like at the end of the 2nd week, something like that, you know, but you still see something, you know. At least we're going to get skill, because you know what's the problem with Skirk? I see some problems with Skirk. Skirk, as you know, is going to be kind of like Mavuika Arlecchino mixed. She can mark enemies, then you need to absorb that mark to gain some damage. It's kind of like the same like Arlecchino works, but Arlecchino gets that absorb marks and get Bond of Life, which is actually cool, because you can get up to 145. In case of Skirk, I would say it's going to be lower numbers, you know. And also, if I'm not mistaken, I saw on one of the websites, it says that you need to mark, like, it has some range problem, that marking. With Arlecchino, it's kind of like, it doesn't matter if you mark 1 enemy or 3 enemies or etc. You just need to absorb only 1 mark, you get the Bond of Life. In case of Skirk though, you need to mark 3 enemies and you need to absorb 3 marks. And that's a problem. And she is not polearm, but she is sword. It means you need to be close to an enemies. I'd say something like, you know, yeah, difficulties in that. But we'll see. Skirk will definitely be a top DPS. I don't know about that. You know why? Yes, we will see Skirk burst and skill. Yeah, like a new model. Yeah, that's true. Like burst
No
and
one's
skill
joined
is
me on
going
an
to be
adventure in
within couple
ages.
days anyway.
Come on, let's go.
About best DPS, I don't know, because you know why? Top DPS, I don't know. She might be top DPS, but she might have some problems, because if you want to kind of like do the damage, it might be a little bit difficult. Because yeah, like I heard that you need to mark 3 enemies, and if you catch all of the absorb 3 marks, you get full buff. The point is, in this case, what would happen if you fight against single target enemy? That's an interesting question. You know what? Let's say we have like Spilabis, right? And we have 3 enemies. But at the same time we have 3 waves. It means you cannot absorb all of the marks. That's a problem.
Benny's
And
adventure
the
team,
more marks you absorb,
assemble!
the more is damage. So she might be actually limited by the day she released, you know what I want to say. I don't know exactly if it's true or not, but they definitely will not do the same like what they made with Arlecchino, because Arlecchino is extremely easy. You just mark like the enemies, and it doesn't matter 5 enemies or I don't know at the same time how many enemies you can mark, but you can absorb only one of them, and that's it. Like yeah, you need to wait for cooking, etc. It's 5 seconds. That's why its rotation is so smooth with Arlecchino. But Skirk looks like going to work a little bit differently. And also, I'm still concerned about that 5-6 second stuff. It's actually bad. Most likely, maybe the damage window will be extremely low, small, you know. But we'll see. We'll see. She will summon the 3 portal, next one enemy is not that difficult, I think. 3 portal next to 1 enemy. You know what the point is? But what is it? More enemies you mark.
Good things come to those who don't wait around.
Of life.
That's what they say
the more
anyway.
damage you get.
Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me.
You mean like for Arlecchino it's not like that? For Arlecchino, like Constellation 0, she has limited bond of life. It's not like that. For Arlecchino it's not like that. You get like limited like no, for Arlecchino it's not like that. The more you mark, maybe with Skirk, but it's not bond of life. She will summon the 3 portal next to 1 enemy. It's not that difficult. I think yes, the point is like yeah, like the point is like you know what the problem is? She is a sword character. That's a problem. That's a huge problem actually. You know why? Because sword character has not so huge. Usually sword characters have not so huge AoE. Yes, they're pretty fast, but not so huge AoE. Don't think about Arlecchino. Arlecchino actually with that she has great AoE for a polearm character. Even for a polearm character, she has a great AoE. You know, just insanely great AoE. If I'm not mistaken, her AoE is better than Raiden's AoE. You know. About that, like Mark, and if you're talking about like Arlecchino, no, Arlecchino has limited bond of life. You cannot get like, let's say like if you cooked that for 5 seconds, it's still like 75%, something like that. With your signature weapon, you get a little bit more. At Constellation 0, you can get more at Constellation 1, a little bit more, so yeah, like it's, and the max number is 145. But in this case, you need to avoid using her burst, because her burst nullifies that. Like her burst consumes all of bond of life you have and kills Arlecchino. About Skirk, I still have some like yeah, you know, like some. Yeah, we'll see. I hope she is going to be good. Anyways, they definitely will do some adjustments, but I don't think not for mechanic, but for numbers. So yeah, we'll see. I don't think so. Because, you know, like Chlorine doesn't have so great AoE. Arlecchino has better AoE. If you say about Xiao, Xiao is a polearm. It's completely different. Xiao really has pretty good AoE because he's a plunger. He has AoE. Or if it comes to Chlorine's AoE is not so great. But I assume it's better than Skirk will get, you know? That's a problem. Because actually Chlorine has some AoE. Let's say like that, because she can hit couple enemies when she does a dash attack, you know, like which goes through the enemy. But when it comes to Skirk, we'll see. I still like about balancing. I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, maybe. Maybe, we'll see. I still have, like, you know, I have, like, if you ask me, I have, like, huge doubts about Skirk. Like, incredibly huge doubts. Because, you know, like, on paper, she looks crazy. That new set looks just insanely crazy. But that 6 seconds, it's bad. 6 seconds is actually terrible. No, like, that's a problem. Line up enemies is bad. Like, yeah, like Yoni. It's not the same, like Yoni. Lining up enemies, it means you have no AoE. Lining up enemies, it means you have this one. You have straight attack. It's not AoE, and like Yoni. AoE, it means when you attack like from like AoE, like area of attack, area of, it means area of effect, you know? Chlorine doesn't have such a great AoE. New Wallet is great because New Wallet is a range character. It's completely different unit. Like, you kind of like, sometimes you're just messing up or like some things, but it's completely different. It's not AoE. For you need to line up. That's true. That's true. But it means you need to straight attack the straight like that, like by line. It's actually not AoE. New Wallet is completely different. You know why? Because New Wallet has that like spin to win attack, which is actually crazy. So yeah, you can say that it's some sort of AoE, you know? What if Skirk like end up like with a Sijuan? Yoni, come on, Yoni. When you don't have anything to say, you say something like that. I'm not like, don't get me wrong. I'm not about to say you that you just try to avoid Skirk or something like that. No, like not at all. I just want to say I have some doubts about her. That's it. You know what? Because let's say like that. I'm pretty sure she is not going to get like pretty great AoE. It's my concern. Like, it's at first place. Other than that, she definitely will rely on cryo characters and hydro characters on your team, because yeah, only in this case you can get max amount of damage, which is 70%, something like that. We saw the numbers, by the way. So yeah. On top of that, marks, where you need to mark like 3 enemies, something like that. With both the portals, if I'm not mistaken, it's about her burst or something. But for normal attacks, you need to mark the enemy and absorb the marks, which is actually, you know, it's a lot. But what you always say you have like doubts about characters that are about to release. You also say that about Varesa. And she's in the, oh yeah, like about Varesa, you know why is that? Let me be honest with you. Yeah, that's true. Well, Varesa actually ended up crazy as hell, not gonna lie. But still, if you have chlorine, I still saying this. I still need to admit that if you have chlorine, you do not need to go for Varesa at all. Chlorine does pretty good damage, and let's say like that. If you want to go for Varesa and replace your chlorine, it's a waste of your primogems. Since I didn't have any electro characters, for me Varesa is a great upgrade, just insanely great upgrade, and she doesn't rely on her burst, which is actually cool, you know. About the Skirk, we'll see. Like, yeah, I hope it will be the same. Yoni, let me say this, that I hope the Skirk is going to be crazy as hell, because, you know, at the moment I have doubts about her. Whatever, it's good to be doubtful, but I'm full my Skirk. Okay, no problem. I wish you best of luck anyway. I wish you best of luck. And yes, most likely I will go for Skirk as well. You know why? It's not because like Ayaka is going to be crazy and I have Ayaka. By the way, like, I don't know about you, but yeah, I wouldn't suggest you to go for Ayaka after that, because you know why? Ayaka is going to be within that Chronicle Wish, if I'm not mistaken, right? It's an Azuma one. So yeah, like, it's up to you though, but going for double cryo, it's a bad idea. And we definitely will get, by the way, Chronicle Wish is going to be released on the second phase. So yeah, we definitely will get enough info by that time. Whatever is good. Okay, I agree with you. I mean, yes, like, if you, let's say like that, Eldione, if you like the character, don't listen to me. But just keep that in mind, she might be not so great, unfortunately. We'll see though, we'll see. I hope she's going to be great. I hope so. Okay, let me start. Let me do this. So yeah, I switch my Bennett with Miss Splitter, because you know why? That Sapwood is not a great, unfortunately. Oh, bye-bye, Zoro, bye-bye.
Everybody stand!
Okay, let me do it again. I forgot I don't have official. But anyway, like, yeah, her kit looks so bad. I mean, like, I don't know why normal attack, cryo character, etc. Yes, she is definitely will be better than Ayaka, definitely. Ayaka is super old. Ayaka has some problems with that burst, you know. Main source of her damage is kinda burst, not normal attacks. If you don't have Shenhe, you still can use Citlali. Citlali is actually good upgrade for her, and she is at the same level as Shenhe is. You know why? Because of Cinder City and because of TDDS. It's only 10 seconds. It's actually okay for damage window for Ayaka, because Ayaka, when he goes like dashes and goes under the ground, she gets infusion for 5 seconds and her burst lasts for 5 seconds. So that 10 seconds is okay, you know? It's actually pretty, well, like, fits well. Like, yeah, it's good for Ayaka. But in any case, we'll see, we'll see. If Skirk ends up with a bad kit, will you still pull her? About the bad kit, you know, like let's say like that. I don't know, because I have Ayaka. I will... maybe yes. Maybe yes, Yoni. You know why? Let me be honest, like, to do some like tests, etc., something like that, to do some content, you need some characters. And I decided to go at least for key characters. And I assume that Skirk is going to be some key character, you know? Even though she is going to be a little bit difficult to use. You know what's the problem is? All of my concerns not about her kit and damage. Her damage is definitely will be okay. The problem is how you can get and like achieve the damage. Let's say if you compare with Arlecchino, it's pretty easy. You just mark, wait for 5 seconds, grab and like absorb that mark, and that's you ready to go. And you get that infusion for like hell amount of time, you know? You can switch between characters. By the way, if I'm not mistaken, as I heard, Skirk is also going to get something like that. You can switch between characters and preserve and keep that, like, gets that infusion anyway. So yeah, keeps that infusion, cryo. The point is how easy she is going to be, you know? Let's say Verisa. Why Verisa is so cool? Verisa is super easy to play. She literally doesn't need anything. You can use Obsidian Codex, you can use Vidziv, and she's ready to go. And Vidziv, as you know, Obsidian Codex, it's like kinda... We have that Obsidian Codex for a month, you know? And we have Vidziv. And she doesn't rely on burst. Yes, Skirk doesn't rely on burst as well, because yeah, she doesn't need like energy at all, but she needs other energy, you know, and that's a problem. That's a problem. Because let's say like the hey Sino, how are you doing? Because you know what's the problem? Let's say like if you compare with mavuika, mavuika is completely different. You know why? Because now we have not only xilonen, we have citlali, we have iansan. By the way, iansan alone is enough to get 200 fighting spirit with some slightly changes to your rotation and moves, you know? You need to do a couple skill attacks to get that, but still it's possible. At least 180 definitely possible. But she's Natlan. Skirk is not going to be from Natlan. And at the same time, we need some other source of energy.
Benny's adventure
You know,
team,
like, yeah,
assemble!
like, since she uses different energy, yeah, it's going to be complicated in my opinion. Not like Arlecchino, unfortunately. Alright, so yeah, let me continue with that.
Let's light it up! Teamwork is true! Nice and spicy! Stand clear! And some... Eat this! Adventure! Everybody stand! Boba, get them! You're toast! Let's light it up!
Need to do a couple tries, maybe. Yeah, this, unfortunately, this one is like... Better to catch this. Okay, let me try it again. I just like this small one always appears at the back. It's so annoying. Dark Realm Sino, Abyssal Realm. Oh yeah. What now? Like wait, I thought like she's from Snezhnaya. You mean like Skurk? No, Skurk. If I'm not mistaken, Skurk is not from Snezhnaya. As I know, no, she's not from Snezhnaya. Maybe she's going to be some like, I don't know. Maybe it's possible. Maybe it's possible, but I don't think so. Because you know why? I mean, like she might be from. I don't think they will put like a natlan like mark on her. Like yeah, like maybe other nation, maybe something special. It's also possible. You know why? It's also possible they will add some new type of like it's like yeah, maybe new type of nation, something like that. You know why? Because as you know, guys, in 6.0, which is going to be Notcry, we're not going to get any archons within that patch. So yeah, in Snezhnaya, etc., something like that, because yeah, it's going to be about different nations, and maybe we will get some more new icons. You know, the icon we have on the characters. You know, so yeah, maybe like different tribes, different like yeah, different tribes. She's from different dimension. Oh yeah, like in this case, I don't know about that. Well, different world. Yeah, kind of like if it's different dimensions. So yeah, she's like she has a time machine, you know. But yeah, most likely it's a new icon, something like that. But definitely not
Light it up! Everybody stand at the frying pan. Absorption test. Eat this! Here we go. Let's light it up! Boba, get them! Let's light it up! Adventure time! We got teamwork history!
Oh my god, why you change your place every time?
Nice and spicy! Let's light it up! Everybody stand back! Animal test 6308!
It's super annoying actually. You see like he will change the place again.
Off we go!
It's super annoying. I don't know why when you use this 4-star, he will always.
Going in! Boba, get them! Stand clear! Let's light it up! Eat this! Let's light it up!
Okay, let me do it again. Let me do it again. Tomorrow and no, like tomorrow it's for you. Like guys, for me it's going to be like as you know, like Asia service has pretty fast like so yeah, it's 20 hours for me. For you it's about maybe 16 hours or 15 hours, something like that. So it's not going to be tomorrow because it's going to be maintenance time. The banner will be off. After that we're going to get maintenance time. Bring Escoffier home, yeah, tomorrow. Oh, by the way, about like tomorrow, etc., something like for is it's tomorrow. So yeah, for Asia service is tomorrow. For me, it's not.
Come on, let's go.
For your service is not. So yeah, about the farming, I will try to farm a little bit for Escoffier and do that quest. You know, like her quest story or something like that to be prepared for, because I definitely will go for by the way, let me just show you guys. I can do it tomorrow anyway, but still I'm about like 40 plus pulls if I'm not mistaken. Just let me, it was 41. Yeah, I did a couple times already, so yeah, it's 41. Yeah, that's true, 41. And we'll see. I hope I can get her like by the way, it's 50-50. I pull on Tuesday sign. Oh yeah, about the pulling, guys, away, if you want me to just wait, let me pull, because like Yoni asked me to do some Ayaka test as well. I definitely will do the test. I don't have Shenhe, but according to the numbers I saw on that Chinese like early access server, Ayaka, let's say like that, Ayaka, Shenhe, Furina and Escoffier, and Ayaka, Citlali, Furina and Escoffier deals kinda exactly the same damage. I mean, especially for Ayaka, it's kinda the same damage, you know?
Everybody stand at the right hand. Absorption test. Let's light it up. Now I'm really in a pickle. Let's light it up.
Maybe it's better to not run away.
Teamwork is trick. Nice and spicy. Animal test 6308. Eat this. Let's light it up. No, did I?
It's a little bit difficult, you know why? Because, yeah, she has collision and not so great damage, but yeah, I will try anyway. You didn't perform? No, I never, like never, like you know why, Yoni? When I'm on 50-50, I never perform. The only thing I did, it's like, you know, let's do the main and let me show you what I did. The only thing I did, it's like boss mats, it's books, and that's it. But I never perform. Let's say like that, you cannot perform for Escoffier. But yeah, because her boss mats materials, which is like this ones, yeah, this stuff, it's not available. It will be available in next version. As you know, guys, yeah, it's a new small additional map in 5.6. Oh, by the way, about the maps, in we're going to get new map, guys, in like 5.8. It's going to be crazy. I saw some footages, and that is a cost of ashes. Looks just amazing, you know, something special. Like, yeah, that looks so crazy. And most likely we will get that in 5. Unfortunately, 5.6 and 5.7, it's without any maps. So yeah, no, not so many primogems, as you know, guys. So yeah, it's bad. And yes, don't keep that in mind. 5.6 will give us only kind of like 60 pulls. So yeah, no need to spend them like on like useless characters. Just keep them like kind of IFA, etc., something like that. Sucrose is still crazy. So yeah, let me show you what I did for my Escoffier. For Escoffier, I only did like books, but you know why? Books is kind of okay. You can use books literally anytime. So yeah, I perform these books. It's not enough if I'm not mistaken. Also, I perform kind of like this mats bosses, because you know why? I can use this one on my, and I definitely will, on my mavuika and on my, so yeah, I can use them on other characters as well. And on Chasca, if I'm not mistaken, on mavuika and on xilonen or something, or like on ororon, I don't forget it exactly. I don't remember exactly, my bad. One day after, on Wednesday, I do my Archon quest and a Escoffier story quest. Oh yeah, I'm going to do like story quest immediately. I will keep that Archon quest for like later days, but yeah, because of wishing, you know. Yeah, story quest, yes, definitely, because as you know, guys, story quest will give you some mats, and you need to unlock the boss. What is the new map? Images are fake. Are you sure about that? Is that so like cost of ashes? Okay, just a second. Okay, as if they are fake, then they're fake. Maybe it's Maya Jivari, right? Okay, like it's just fake, then fake. Anyway, like yeah, it's 5.8 in any case, and it's going to be not temporary map. Okay, I didn't know that. 5 points map. Yeah, no map expansion, unfortunately, in 5.8. It's 5.7. 5.6 will give us small area with one boss point and one another weekly boss, by the way. So yeah, we're going to get weekly boss, by the way. And you know what? For Escoffier we need old weekly boss, but for Aether we need new weekly boss, which is just chess boss, you know, we saw the footages. That's crazy, actually. I didn't know that, Yoni. I will check that. I thought it's like actually it looks crazy. But we definitely will get something within 5.8, because you know why? We still to collect all of the pyroculus. We haven't had all of them.
Everybody stand!
Oh my god, you just like, you know why? I actually do dodges. The problem is, when his arm is on the floor, I just have a collision and I cannot move my xilonen. Yeah, most likely it's a skill issue.
Adventure time!
Going in! You're toast!
Let's light it up! Teamwork is trick!
WuWa, get them! No!
For real, that's not fair, actually. Damn. I wanted to full limited summer map in 5.0, not a permanent expansion. I mean, like, you know, like, I'm okay with that. But yeah, I agree that, like, yeah, something like to relax and get like a lot of primogems would be better. Because yeah, that Apple archipelago we got, it actually was fun. Annoying, but fun. Because why annoying? Because you need to farm all of the map like within 42 days. Now it's going to be permanent, so yeah.
Everybody stand! Absorption test! Eat this!
Let's light it up! Teamwork is
Nice and spicy! Animal test 60 You're toast! No ingredients for me today!
This one has changed his position so fast.
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
WuWa, get them! Absorption test!
Didn't see that coming. Teamwork is trick!
At the frying pan, stand clear! You're toast!
It's super slow, actually. It's not enough damage, it's just like, you know.
Let's light it up!
That really hurt!
It's just not enough damage. Let me, maybe I just like, let me do some damage. Then I come back. It's not enough damage, unfortunately, but it's possible. I mean, like, yeah, with official, it's like easy minute run, but because of overloaded, etc., something like that. With this one, it's a little bit tricky, but unfortunately, you need some cryo or like hydro. Would be nice to on the second half against like that boss, because it has like so high resistances. By the way, if you want me to test like different teams, just tell, because like this Spiralabis is not so difficult. You just need like some damage at some point and you need to destroy the shield. So yeah, it's about like that. Not so difficult. Not extremely one.
You asked for it!
Let's get it off!
Quick as a flash! Start the... Crit! Hi! Yeah! Oof! Charge! Yeah! Headbutt!
Okay, let's see. Oh my god. Let's give it a try. Maybe it's... Attack. Oh, what attack. Of course it's attack. That map is fake. Unfortunately, it looks crazy as hell, actually. Huh. Maybe it's not fake. I hope it's not fake, actually. You know why? That map looks just crazy as hell. Really, really cool. That's extremely cool.
According to some of the older Eremites...
Okay, let me try again, then I will switch the team. Actually, I can increase my Xilonen damage, you know? I can give her, like, pretty good weapons. Yeah, I can give her like stuff for home, etc., something like that. But the point is, I need to increase her artifacts. Because her artifacts is terrible as hell. So bad, you know. And also this team is like might be good on the second half, but unfortunately it might be extremely difficult against these dudes, you know. Maybe I should go for like, you know, like maybe I should go like 16. Let's give it a try. Yeah, let's do some like adjustment because it's kind of rush it. For a second, I can go. Oh yeah, let's call Hatem team. Something like that. Let's give it a try. Even though xilonen is not okay against that tulpa because yeah, but you know.
Adventure time. Let's light it up. Going in. Nice and spicy. Absorption test.
I did it wrong because I need to do like different rotation. I need to do xilonen first. After that, I need just a second. I need to do like something like that. This one, then this one. After that, xilonen, and after that, like switch to. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, unfortunately it's fake. It looks so crazy actually.
Everybody stand at the frying pan. Bring it. Animal test 63. Eat this.
Let me check if I get more damage. Oh, actually yes, I can get more damage. 71 kill. Well, let's give it a try. Because that was like... That was actually low damage for me. Now it's better. And that was 62. Okay, come on.
Let's light it up.
Come on, just change your position.
Go in. Loba, get them.
Okay. I mean, you know what? Actually, they did that on purpose. Like, it's not on purpose, but yeah, it's like when you use... I noticed that when you use on some enemies, when you use Bennett Burst, they immediately change their position. But if I'm not mistaken, you can avoid that, like changing position, if you constantly attack them with the elemental attacks. It's still some tricky for me.
Teamwork is tricky. Bring it. Absorption test. Animal hyper.
Nice. Actually, it's more damage. Yeah, let me give it a try. Yeah, it's not a 4 stars, but...
Let's light it up.
It's not a 4-star, but still.
Everybody stand nice and spicy. Stand clear. You're toast. Race you. Let's light it up. Race you. I'm going in. At the frying pan, it's the absorption test.
Yeah, huge change.
Eat this. Let's light it up. Teamwork is dreamwork. Animal test 6308. Adventure time. Let's light it up. Everybody stand. Booba, get them. Bring it. You're toast. Let's light it up! I'm going in! At the frying pan, stand clear! Absorption tank! Let's light it up! Race you! Teamwork is dreamwork! Nice and spicy! Stand clear! You're toast!
Okay, let me continue this. Okay, bye-bye, Dreamers. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining.
Off we go! Everybody stand! Booba, get them! Absorption test! Let's light it up! Teamwork is tricky! Nice! Stand clear! Swirl! You're toast! Let's light it up! Yeah! I'm going in! Booba, get them! Bring it! Absorption test! Eat this! Right at the frying pan! Adventure! Stand clear! Teamwork is trim! You're toast!
It's still not enough damage.
Let's light it up!
Look, I think I know why is that. I think I know why is that. I can't wait. Let me continue.
Behold!
Surely
The
not!
beheath
Let me read you a verse. I'll settle this. The bond is
the gifts of grace. Sage! My holy proclamation. The power
Stand with me.
Here you are.
the truth shall set you free.
Deflect.
That's a mistake, actually. It's a huge mistake.
Grace be upon you. And hope shall
No, my sword! Dissipate!
Flicker.
The Temple of Wisdom! Rain outlines your fate. Rain Cutter! No!
A process of elimination.
Grow!
Here you are.
Of course.
Everyone hold hands! Witness the power of... Make yourselves at home! Out of my way! Our bond is strong!
Surprise! Well,
Do you want to try this in a way? Hey Icy, how are you doing? By the way, did you pick Aether or lumine? For me, hey Silent, hi. For me, I picked like Aether, so yeah, like a male one. A question, if we get Escoffier signature, then should we build her sense? Oh yeah, that's actually, you know what's the problem I see? Yeah, let me say why I actually wouldn't suggest you to go for that. It's the answer to the stream is no. And you know why? I like, let's say like that. The problem is that, let's say like that. You can compare that weapon and Furina's signature weapon and Furina's build. At Constellation 0, actually getting Furina's weapon signature is not a great idea, you know? Because let's say it's a waste. Because you need to go either DPS or like energy recharge. That's a problem. But she needs HP. So it's an obvious answer, you know. Try to avoid using her signature and going using like Favonius. The same thing applies to Escoffier Constellation 0. Because that weapon is mostly for DPS. But you don't need that DPS. Because you know why? It's better to get more healing than DPS. And enable Furina Funfly stack as much as possible. Another problem is that weapon is has that 3 seconds duration for buff. For some characters, for rotations, it's not enough. So it's going to be kind of waste, you know? Like yeah, the only purpose is we have this 3-second attack buff, which is like 32%. If I'm not mistaken, it's for some small amount of enhanced healing. That's it, you know? So yeah, she gives you more healing and that's it. So I would say just skip that. By the way, that weapon is not so great upgrade for Chivalrous as well. You know why? Because if you have Constellation 6 Chivalrous, not Constellation 4 Chivalrous, you get something like that. And you actually can waste all of your 3 seconds you get. Usually players do something like using burst, right? Then using skill, and skill is healing, and then you use couple skills again. You waste all of your 3% attack buff, and it's not snapshotting if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's not going to be best in slot for Chivalrous as well, because Chivalrous actually needs some energy recharge as well. Not a lot, but something. No, I'm not going for that signature, just like ask. Oh yeah, I'm going for constellation. Oh yeah, Escoffier and later. Oh yeah, about Skurk weapon, I don't know. We still need to see some like footages, some videos, etc. And yeah, but I would say yes. Her weapon is going to be not bad weapon. I mean Skurk weapon, DPS weapon. So yeah, you still can use other weapons. Yeah, we'll see. About Skurk weapon, yes, definitely no. Definitely. You know why? Because yeah, it's kind of like it's bad. It's just bad weapon. Because I saw couple numbers about that weapon, and you know what's the problem is? The problem is all of the numbers, if I'm not mistaken, were made when she has that 32% attack buff, which is actually bad, you know, because you get that 32% only for 3 seconds. That's it. It's not like permanent, like for 20 seconds. It's only for 3 seconds. And yes, again, I assume that it's only for healing, to get some enhanced healing. That's it. Any new infos on Skirk, by the way? No, unfortunately no info, but yeah, we definitely will get something within couple days. I mean, usually at the beginning of the patch, new patch, they shows us animation, running, dashing, etc., something like that. Maybe skills, you know, like, yeah, how she works, like something like that, burst, but that's it. Within 3 or 4 days, it's a gameplay.
Hands where I can see them. Drop your weapons. Buckle up. Control breathing. Let's. Hero incoming. Headbutt. Charge.
Yeah, he's Electro.
Justice will prevail. Look out below. Hi. Yeah.
She kinda ignores the shit.
Headbutt. Kapow. It's justice o'clock. Yeah.
Let's see, like, we will get the new info like after 5. Yeah, that's true. I want food. After 1 week, yeah, within, like, yeah, kind of like full gameplay, it's going to be within maybe yes, about like a week or something, 5 days, something like that. And I hope she's going. I have like a little bit concern about her, actually. You know why concerns? Because oh my god, why is that? Okay, I'm not going to do that. I don't need this set. Because you know why? Yeah, according to the leaks we had so far. Oh yeah, by the way, you know what? I yesterday tried like Verisa against these characters. Just a second. She, like, Verisa is just crazy against them. Just a second. Against, like, as you know guys, we have like Fatui operatives and that another girl, which is
Another time to
what
go.
you can do.
Inconsiderate of me.
She just destroys them. Yeah, she just destroys them. So I don't know why. Because like usually you struggle against them, but Verisa just like, yeah, she's. I don't think they will mess up with fan favorite Skirk. You know what's the problem? No, I see. Like, let me share my thoughts about that. What the problem is, she definitely will be great DPS. Definitely, no doubts about that. But how you can realize and completely benefit from that, it's a problem. You know why? Because, as you know, we she is going to be kind of like Arlecchino and Mavuika as the same, like kind of like mixed of that. So yeah, her normal attacks will be kind of like Arlecchino's attack. You mark the enemies, you absorb the mark, and after that you do some damage, get some buff. Her burst is going to be like Mavuika's buff with a huge buff, but that 6 seconds, it's kind of like, yeah, a little bit like suspicious. At the same time, you need to mark up to 3 enemies, something like that, and absorb all of the marks. That's a problem. You know why? Because let's say Arlecchino works completely different. With Arlecchino, you can mark any amount, like any number of enemies, and just absorb 1 of the mark, and you get Bond of Life. If Constellation 0, of course, you know. And that's it. You don't need to do anything at all. But with Skirk, I think it's going to be a little bit complicated. You know, she's going to be powerful, but to benefit from all of the power, you need to do something. That's a problem. It's the only thing I see at the moment, you know. Like, the point is, her kit is going to be a little bit complicated, not so easy to achieve. But we'll see, we'll see. I mean, still, it's me.
Hands where I can see them. Let's get it on.
Come on, let's go.
Hi. Yeah. Look out below. Hero incoming. Headbutt. It's justice o'clock. Hero incoming.
Yeah, definitely low damage with color because yeah, I swill pyro instead of electro. My bad. Will Kirby's concessions unlocked? Hey Lucia, how are you doing? Vertex, I finally got xilonen just now. Oh, congrats Lucia, congrats. She's crazy. Actually, she is insanely crazy. She's just amazing character. Because you know why? Xilonen, she can heal, she can like buff, anything you want. Like literally. Congrats with that, congrats. She's crazy. About Constellation 6 lock, you know, like Silent, like all of the recent characters we got, they are all like gain something when you unlock more constellations. That's obvious. And most likely Skirk is not going to be an exception. Especially the last characters, like, you know, Verisa. Verisa gets like more power when he is higher constellation. Let's say like that. By the way, this started after after Natlan. Before Natlan, it was kind of okay, not so crazy constellations. Yes, only Archons got pretty crazy constellation, but all other characters was kind of okay, not crazy ones, you know. But yeah, starting from Fontaine, that's changed drastically and changed a lot because now most of the characters like gain a lot of power when you get more constellations. And yes, definitely Skirk is going to be the same. Definitely.
There's a lot
I mean,
that
but
goes into
still,
managing
you
an
can use her at Constellation 0 anyway. But yeah, with Constellation 6, she's going to be better. I lost my 50-50 to Mizuki on her banner, unlike now, after like greening 70. Oh, congrats, congrats. Nice, nice. Nice, congrats. The new Abyss seems meh. I mean, like, every character gains something which... not all of them silent. You know, not all of them. Like, it started from Natlan, from Fontaine, my bad, from Fontaine. Because prior Fontaine, characters were kind of okay, well balanced, without not something crazy constellations, you know? Like, we were okay, like, but now, yeah, it's kind of like so bad. Because, yeah, let's say like that, even 4 stars now, like, let's say Iansan. Iansan's a 4-star, but yeah, most like let's say like that, you need at least Constellation 4, 5 and 6 to completely benefit from Iansan. Prior this one, like Constellation 3, it's not okay. You need especially Constellation 4, 5 and 6, because Constellation 4 allows you to use non-Natlan characters, buffs non-Natlan characters. Constellation 4 increase her burst duration by level by 3, and Constellation 5, my bad, and Constellation 6 give you additional damage, which is 25%, and also something else I forgot. So yeah. Constellation 4. No, about Xiao, actually, no. Xiao is not so like, Xiao doesn't rely on constellation so bad, actually, you know, if you ask me. Like, yeah, his constellation is kinda meh, not so crazy. Because, yeah, he is powerful, but yeah, his constellation is not so crazy, if you ask me. Magic gave me boy. Death increased my Magic gift. Definitely the best con in the game. You mean like Constellation 4? For real?
Let's go find some treasure.
Maybe, I don't know what about it, but yeah, let me check it. Just a second. I don't exactly, I usually don't go for constellations. Let me check it, no problem. I know that in general, like, constellations for Xiao is not so crazy.
Huh?
When Xiao HP falls 50, like... For real, that's crazy. Actually, yes, that's true. It's the best constellation in the game. Oh my god, for real. I forgot about that. That's true. Actually, it's the best constellation in the game. Just imagine. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, like, Xiao's constellation is not crazy. So yeah, you know the drill. You know. Yeah, like Zyx wouldn't agree more. But yeah, that's Zyx. That's definitely that's true. Actually, that's so true. So yeah, but the point is, so yeah, even like even now, like, oh, by the way, no need to go like so far. But Ifa is kinda some replacement for Mizuki, but he is not. You need couple constellations to make him pretty okay. You need constellation 2 and you need constellation 6. Without constellation 6, his damage is kinda bad. You know, like it buffing for electrocharge and swirl reactions is bad, and he is on fielder. So the point is, like, now they kind of made 4 stars even more reliant on constellations, unfortunately, you know? Or let's say like the characters, like supportive characters, like Chevruz, Mika, Sara, Goro, and we have... So yeah, all of them, yeah, if you don't have constellation 6, you can actually bench them. Yes, Goro is actually okay. Goro is not so terrible. Sara, you can bench Sara. Chevruz, you can definitely bench Chevruz. Chevruz is okay, but still, Constellation 6 gives you way more. But Mika is the same. Then we have... So yeah, like, you got the point. Albedo too. Oh, about Albedo, actually, yes, no problem. Let me look at, like, but yeah, Albedo is actually different. Albedo is crazy character. I like Albedo, and it's not because I like Albedo, but Albedo is good. But let me check. Maybe it's like... something crazy. Okay. It makes sense, you know why? Like a little bit. I'm not defending him or something, but yeah, kind of like it's better to switch. If your point is like switch constellations. Actually, I agree with you. I mean, like, after party members within the solar like field, like, it's actually yes, they need to switch the constellations between Xiao and Albedo, because Albedo needs that defense by like a lot. He scales on defense, but he doesn't need plunge attack. Like, party members within the solar zone, but actually it's good constellation. You know why? 30% plunging damage, but it's not a main point. You know why? Just let me show you. The most important is this one. Using his burst, increase the elemental mastery of nearby party members by 125 for 10 seconds. I mean, like, he's Geo, bro. Like, why do... Yes, you can increase the shields, but, you know, it's elemental mastery. It's Geo. So yeah, like, it's insanely crazy character, not gonna lie. Why you need to replace a standard character by a 4-star? And who even is playing Mizuki? Mizuki is good. I mean, like, actually, I see, not gonna lie, I want to get that Mizuki so bad. Every time I come back or come on stream, I see Goofy team, like, what's... Is it... Oh yeah, Shanling? Did you saw that? So yeah, that's actually great Shanling team, not gonna lie. I just, like, you know what's the problem is for me? I don't have pretty good build. I can show you the build. Her build is so terrible, but despite that, she's dealing crazy damage.
Let's light it up! WuWa, get them! Bring it! Animal test 6308. Huh? Everybody stand back! Eat this! Nice and spicy! Stand clear!
Unfortunately, xilonen is not a kill. It's better to use some, some hydro or something. Boba, it's not the time for Boba actually.
Let's light it up! Nice and spicy! That's Absorption test. Stand clear.
Forgot to use burst.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Out of the frying pan. Everybody stand. You're toast. Let's light it up.
Okay, I'm not going to continue actually because that's terrible.
Let's light it up.
It's so bad timing. I got her yesterday at 5 PD on stand. For real? I mean, like, you mean Mizuki? Mizuki or what? Mizuki is good. I want to get EM for Geo. Yeah, what's like crystallized stand shield? Yeah, maybe yes, maybe crystallized like shields, but I actually don't know. Most likely yes, it's crystallized shields. You know? But I got bored and like bought like 60 pulls for standard. It's up to you, like for real, 60 pulls for standard banner. That's crazy actually. I mean, like, it's up to you though. And that's why you got Mizuki. Mizuki is cool. I want to get Mizuki, not gonna lie. So yeah, let me try. This team is better, but unfortunately, like this one is way better. You know why? Because you get electro charge and you can swirl it. It's so cool. Let me try this one. Unfortunately, it's good against like this enemy and it's good against these enemies. But yeah, this one has so much resistance, so it's difficult. You need to do some reactions, or overloaded reactions is not enough. But yeah, let's give me a try. And second one is going to be, yes, goofy teams like Yarat, I know, but I kinda like this type of teams, to be honest. You know why? Because yeah, this pile-up is not so difficult, that's why. By the way, you can do the suggestion about teams, right? If you want me to use different teams, just say it in the chat, no problem. I will try to use like Ayaka is okay, but yeah, not some easy, some like difficult teams, you know. Unfortunately, yes, would be nice to use like some other characters, but yeah, my Gaming is Constellation 1, Chivalrous is Constellation 2, my Cookie is Constellation 0. So yeah, some of the key characters is kind of low constellations, you know. So yeah, that's why using Chivalrous, by the way, in this team and using Sucrose, it's kind of the same damage. Oh yeah, of course I can. Just a second. Ganyu? Oh, you want to use Ganyu with Escoffier? You know, it's not a bad idea, but let's say you can. Oh, nice. For like Amos bow. Just a second. Let me switch the window, guys. She is actually I like Ganyu. Ganyu was my second limited 5-star character in the game. Her ratio is actually not. Oh yeah, you use this set. That's why. Yeah, that's true. You still can do some improvement, but yeah, your piece is actually good. Nice, nice, nice. Energy recharge. She doesn't need so much. 133 is more than enough. She's actually not so crazy about the energy. The only problem is, yeah, why normal attack is like 8. I mean, if you like her so much, I mean, yes, it's better to increase because, like, yeah, charge attack, it's the best for her. It's like main source of her damage. Because, yeah, playing out of burst is not okay. You know, you still can do it though. A skill is just a skill. It's not a huge damage. But yeah, she's cool. Congrats, congrats. And yeah, this Wanderer troop is, I would say, maybe one of the best for her. If you play in melt teams, like reverse melt, this set is great. I used to use emblems though, you know why? To increase her burst damage and increase energy recharge. And you have enough elemental mastery, yes. 80 from the 4-piece and like, yeah, 42 from like this one. This piece is good. Cryo damage, 40 CV, that's crazy. Oh, this one as well. Again, another one, 40. Yeah, nice, nice. This one is 26. Congrats. Great pieces, actually, not gonna lie. Okay, let me switch back, guys. Is Lost Prayer weapon good on new bullet? Lost Prayer. Oh, you can use that weapon. I use that weapon on yes, it's, let's say like that. Just a second. Let me start this one. You can use Lost Prayer. You know why? If you have Constellation 0, actually Lost Prayer is good. Why? Because it's increased movement speed and you can do more dodges, you know. I used to use that weapon on Mulet, and also it gives you crit rate. In this case, you know what's the only, let's say like that. If you're low on crit rate, this Lost Prayer is actually not a bad weapon at all. Movement speed and buff is good. And you can definitely fulfill like all of crit rate requirements he needs. You can focus on crit damage. It's kind of, let's say like that Lost Prayer kind of like Blizzard set for like him, you know. But yeah, it's not a bad weapon at all. It gives you pretty decent amount of damage. But keep that in mind. If you have low HP, I would maybe suggest you to use this one. You know why? Because the problem is Newlet needs HP and he scales on HP, right? And because of that, if you have, let's say, like 30k HP with Lost Prayer and about like 38k HP with this weapon, I would suggest to use this one, Prototype Amber. Why? Prototype Amber at the same time gives you some energy. Yes, not so much damage, but energy definitely will increase your like DPS. Yeah, I mean like your team damage, you know. And also it's help you with Furina, because all party members will regenerate 4% HP every 2 seconds. For this duration. It's kind of like maybe 2 ticks, something like that. That's why I use this one. And it's this weapon doesn't even like refine. It's a refined one. But you can use Lost Prayer. I used to use this one, this weapon.
Strength is one of...
Use citlali with gaming maybe. Oh yeah, citlali gaming is bad. You know why again? Like because my gaming is like kind of like without constellations, only constellation 1, which is actually, it's not even attack, you know. Yes, it's pretty good damage, decent damage, but you know it's only about like 120k, 130k. That's it. It's super low actually, because I saw gaming constellation 6 melt. My god, that's damage is just incredibly crazy. Ganyu, oh come on, like iansan Ganyu plunge, like rat, like please. Ganyu Shenyun, yeah, you definitely like that plunging. I mean,
Benny's adventure chick. Teamwork is strict by royal decree. Absorption test. Adventure time! I'm going in!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Animal... You're toast! Let's light it up! Let's light it up! Yeah! Everybody stand back! Oz revealed! Nice and spicy! Absorption test!
yeah, with this setup is super easy actually, because like she's just crazy. Oh, by the way, fun fact, I started Genshin due to Ganyu. She's like my favorite. For real, that's crazy. Back then, my friend used to come in my world and used to one shot in my... Oh yeah, actually yes, back then that Ganyu was crazy. And that charge attack shot, you know, like we back then, if you remember, we had like this domain, if I'm not mistaken, which was not this one, my bad. Let me find it. Yeah, this one, which was super annoying, and only Ganyu was kind of like a clue for this domain because of charge attack, because this one like increase your skill and burst damage. Yeah, now they changed that like with a patch 5.0 if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, back then it was a nightmare, this domain. No, actually Ganyu, Shinyun, Iansan, Mika. Oh, I don't have Mika unfortunately. Wait, Shatter exists. Yeah, Ganyu. Okay, shatter exists. That's true. I mean, like, yeah, like, but yeah, like shatter exists. But unfortunately, to do shatter, you need to do freeze enemies. Unfortunately, not all of the enemies are freezable within this floor 12. So you may like it's like yeah, it's difficult to do.
Strike a pose! Time to shine!
Hear the echoes of the valley! Clouds high. The birds
Bow your head. Let the mighty be humble.
The truth shall set you free.
Wind strider. One with wind and cloud.
Bring it!
Grace be upon you.
Shower me with...
Bow your head.
Oh my god, I missed it.
The power of revelation. Grace be upon you. The truth shall endure.
The tides beckon.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world collide!
Letting brave names echo. Wind strider. Fallen leaves. Adorn.
Silence! Be sanctified. Bow your head.
Strike a pose!
We'll continue, right?
Echoes! Bring it!
Hear the echoes of the valley. Clouds high. The birds
Silence! Let the mighty be humble.
I see, great idea. What? New wallet plunge? Okay, new wallet plunge. I believe like in Ganyu plunge. Okay, like if you want me to try Ganyu plunge for real, you want me to try Ganyu plunge? Okay, let's try. What was the team? Ganyu, Shinyon, Iansan, and Furina. Let's give it a try. But you know what? Like it's definitely let me try in domain if you don't mind. Let me try within domain. No problem, guys, if you want me to try Ganyu plunge. Ganyu is a bow character though, and you know that, and she doesn't get any infusion at whatsoever, so I don't think she's going to work like that. I can use Ganyu with Chongyun. In this case, yes, maybe, because your team is actually bad. Like instead of going Ganyu, Shinyon, Iansan, I should go Ganyu, Shinyon, Chongyun, and Furina. Can you check my oh yes, of course, just a second. Oh, I remember like saved up for Ganyu for 2 months before. Oh, this one? By the way, you know what I see? If you mean like this one, I lost my 50-50 on Ganyu as well. And you know what was that? Let me just show you. Like, let me just show you real quick. I got Chichi. And yes, what I did, like I was so frustrated, to be honest. I wanted that Ganyu so bad. Anyway, I went to this statue. I chose my that was a long time ago, but still I still remember that. So yeah, I chose my exploration team was Fischl, Kaya, and some other characters I don't remember. Like, so yeah, I went to the statue and sit on that arms, you know. So yeah. And with Fischl, by the way. And after that, I did that, you say.
Let's roll!
So yeah, I did like 10 pulls after losing like 50-50, and I got Ganyu. I was so, like, it was so crazy actually. Just imagine you see like that, yeah, rainbow one, that gold one. Come on, that's very sad. Don't get me like. So yeah, it was right here. As you know, guys, you can see it. So yeah, something like that. That was crazy, actually. Not gonna lie. Can't test it because I don't have new wallet. You can check my previous chat. Oh yeah, like if I remember like doing like VV domain only using 20 with Ayaka and someone else. Yeah, you can do that. So yeah, that was like crazy actually. I lost my 50-50 as well. Because you know, like when you just start the game, yes, you need to save. And yeah, I saved up a lot. Yeah, let me try like if you want me to, I can do Ganyu. But yeah, just a second, let me check something. Does Chonyun gives infusion to both characters?
Huh?
Sword, Claymore and Polar. Claymore and Polar. No, actually it's like, yeah, you want me to do plunging, but yeah, you know, it's Natlan Chronicle when? Oh, I don't know about that. Chronicle Wish. Like next one is going to be Nazuma. Most likely Natlan Chronicle will be within Notcry. So yeah, next patch. I need Navia from Chronicle. Navia. Oh yeah, we're going to get you know, like it's a difficult question to be honest. You know why? Because Navi is not going to be like, Navi is going to be on a like a next patch, like I see. Navia will get her rerun alongside Escoffier. Why do you need to wait for that? I remember doing VV domain only by using Venti and Ayaka and some to freeze. Yes, it's kind of possible. You can do something like that. You want me to do plunge? No problem. Let's try to do some plunge. Yeah, let me try Kazuha plunge. You know why? Because my Kazuha is like leveled up. And I can use maybe no, Ganyu should be physical for this. Yes, that's definitely for Shatter. Ah, you mean like physical for this? Okay, okay, let me go like physical. Okay, no problem. Then I will go the team you told me about. Actually, Ganyu, Shinyun, Iansan, and Mika. I don't have Mika, so I will go for Furina. Like Ganyu, Shinyun, Iansan. Okay. Ganyu, Shinyun, Iansan, Furina, and Iansan.
Witness my
Wait a second,
magnificence!
I mean like Fontaine. Oh yeah, Fontaine Chronicle, yes. And I'm like getting Escoffier and like Square. So skipping Navia will pull. And oh, I see now. I see. Yeah, like yeah, because like yeah, because Navia is a Fontainer. She's not from like that. She's not from Natlan. Okay, rotation is going to be like that. I need to like to do physical. I need to use like yes, like that. So yeah, it's going to be Shinyun first, then this one, this Furina, I would say, something like that, because yeah, if I use Furina first, I will destroy my Electro. So yeah, if I'm not mistaken like that, I need to use Shinyun burst first, then Ganyu skill or burst, then Iansan buff to do like superconduct, right? Then Furina to do some freeze. Okay, let's give it a try. If I have all of the stuff. Oh my god, okay.
Yeah, skyward!
This enemy is crazy as hell.
Yeah, skyward!
He's going to kill me. Just a second. Okay, let's give it a try. Plunging Navia. Okay. Plunging Navia. Plunging Ganyu. Physical. Alright. Definitely it's going to be terrible. But let's give it a try. Why? So So yeah, like first skill, then Ganyu to apply cryo, then this one, then okay.
Yeah, skyward! Make way for the...
This is long overdue. On my hook! Let the world collide!
25k. Let's say it works, but okay.
Access denied.
It kind of works.
Yeah,
Let's
skyward!
try again. Okay. 25k or 30-ish something like, yeah, okay. Well, yeah. Let's wait.
Yeah, skyward! Seize the skies!
Born of ice and frost, blaze over. Faster, stronger. Let my name echo in song.
28k. Oh my god, it's not enough time, but
No touching. All hail.
Yeah!
I didn't expect that, but it's kind of
Control
works.
breathing.
Yeah, it's like, okay, it's okay. 30k if I'm not mistaken. That was the max was 30k because it depends on farm phase stacks. Yeah, if you get enough, it depends on farm phase stacks. That's how I like play. I don't have, so that's okay. That's but it works. Not yeah, 30k is not a crazy amount of damage, but yeah, she's a bow, you know. Yeah, she's a bow. The max was 30k if I'm not mistaken. And by the way, let me show you her build. Oh my god, that's terrible. Like, yeah, you know what? Like, last 2 days of farming is always like that. You literally get nothing. Her build is actually like this. Oh, it's increased the damage as well. But yeah, she is not like, you see? Yeah, she's a, like, I would say like, yeah, it would be better if I just put some like maybe physical set. It should be about like maybe around 50k, something like damage. Barbara, oh Barbara, you know what's yeah, Barbara. No, like it was, you know what, it was like the idea, like Rat's idea was to do physical damage. Yeah, Barbara. Alrighty, so yeah, let's do strongbox because it's the time of strongbox. But yeah, I definitely will do some like, you know what? I will increase my Shanlink damage because, by the way, the team I used, it was like, I was cheating a little bit because I used this weapon on my Bennett, so yeah, to increase the damage, you know? But unfortunately it's not enough. My Ganyu is a standard build and unfortunately not a great as well. 53 to 148, but despite that, she deals about 70k damage, which is actually was cool. And why is that? Because that enemy actually Tulpa, against Tulpa, Shanlink is crazy. Kichink like was banned. Kichink with like a melt. Yes, definitely. It's Kichink, Bennett, Citlali, Rosaria, Kazuha. With Bennett, Pyro Infusion, Melt Plunging. But yeah, but you cannot consistent plunge. I mean, like it's not Shenyun, something like that. You just couple plunge with your skill, if I'm not mistaken, right? Okay, even though I need emblem, I also need to do some tests for my Navia. You know why? She has like actually bad artifacts, and I want to do some video test. Oh my god, I don't need that. It's crazy, I know, but. Let's give it a try anyway. I don't need Hydro, I need Geo. Geo would be nice. Yeah, Shinyun instead of Kazuha. Oh yeah, like yeah, the Shinyun instead of... Actually, you know what? Shinyun is actually not bad because, as you know, Shinyun with each plunging, if you have that aura, around the active character, you also at the same time do some swirl, you know? That's crazy. Okay, so I will keep this one. I don't need hydro actually, you know, that's why. But let's give it this one. Let's give it a try. Maybe I can get all of the upgrades to the crit damage, you know? Or maybe defense. And I have couple. Let's try this one. Okay, alright. So yeah, maybe. You know? You never know. Okay. Let's get another, like, if I get another... You know what? Even if last it went to like yeah, if I get another one for crit damage would be nice, but yeah, it's a waste. Yeah, we'll keep this one. Let's try this one. Try hydro, maybe. Oh, you want me to try hydro? Hi, cat face. How are you doing? Okay, so yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it went so bad. It went extremely bad. Let's try this one. Maybe I can get some defense. Yeah, I have defense. Okay, it's trolling now. Yeah, let's just like, yeah. Let me check another one. You know what? Why not? Let me level up this one. I have this one 70. Why not? I don't need hydro, to be honest. I need energy recharge into this hydro, you know? Would be nice to get energy recharge. But let me choose elemental mastery. Let me do some like, yeah, reverse psychology stuff. Yeah, it's always like that. Oh my god, level 60. Oh my god. Okay, let's try another one. I hate this game. Just imagine, bro. What was that? Ah, yeah, that's actually terrible. Anyway, what I need, you know what? Let's check my future Escoffier build, which is, yeah, this one. Oh, unfortunately, I waste all of them. I don't think I can get better than that, because it's 21 crit damage, 7 crit rate, and 14 energy recharge. This piece is just crazy. So I'm not going to do some changes, but let me try. Oh, cryo damage bonus. Maybe I have some. Maybe I can waste some of them. I definitely have a couple. And since, okay, this one is actually crazy, let's do it. Why not? Let's get like, oh, let's get like defense. Okay. Oh, that hurts actually. Oh yeah, actually maybe not. If I can get another elemental mastery, or like another elemental mastery would be nice. Another elemental mastery. I don't need elemental mastery. It's good. That cryo goblet is amazing. Yeah, it was amazing, Yoni. It was amazing because, like, yeah, it was like, yeah. Let me do it to the end, no problem. If you want me to, it was amazing actually. Now it's not amazing. Now it's bad. Now it's terrible. And it even did at least one bonus, please. It was amazing, but now it's not amazing because, like, you know, like last one is going to be okay. Let me give it a try. Okay, you see, like it's amazing. It's not amazing actually. You know why? Because if you compare with this one is crazy as hell. Melt, Ayaka Sunfire, still ain't bad. I will keep it anyway. I will keep it because yeah, like to get something like that, it's actually difficult. But the point is, let me try another one. I definitely have another cryos. No. You know what? Just a second. Let me check my Shanling, because actually my Shanling needs something. Oh yeah, maybe I can do something like that. Unfortunately, if I'm not mistaken, I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have any. And this piece is actually good. Oh yeah, let's do this one. You know why? Yeah, let's do one of this. This one is... This one is... I cannot replace this one because like a ton of energy recharge. Anyway, let's give it a try. I mean the one you have on content. Yeah, like it's a... That gladiator looks nice. Yeah, like all of them actually, you know, like until you level them up, they looks just amazing. What I need defense. I strongly need some defense. Thank you very much indeed. And crit rate. Okay, let's just give it a try. Okay. At least one bonus would be nice. Oh my. Flood attack, yes. Oh my god. I believe in crit value. I don't believe in crit value doesn't exist, but still I will keep it. It's not a bad HP because of certain crit rate, some energy recharge and flat attack, of course. Yeah, it would be nice to get crit rate, not gonna, or like crit damage, but I will keep it. It's kinda not, because you know why? The most crit rate I have, it's the most crit rate I have. Let's say if you compare with this one, I would say this one is better because of crit rate value. And yes, it's my best crit rate. Just a second. If you get like by a crit rate, yeah, my best crit rate. Like, yeah, okay, at least some upgrade, you know. But yeah, that was a waste. Not gonna lie, guys, you know. It was a waste of my elixirs. Oh my god, oh my god. Unlucky, yeah, as always. Alright guys, this is it for today. Thanks for joining. Tomorrow will be the last day for like 5.5 update stream. So yeah, but after that, so yeah, Escoffier, I will do Escoffier like wishing online, as you know guys.
I've gone a little
so, yeah,
over
I
my
will try
calorie
to
budget so far.
pre-farm a little bit that boss. So yeah, as you know, like new boss will be available within this area. It's a small area, like within this place. Like 2 bosses will be available. So yeah, It's one weekly boss and another like a Escoffier math boss. Maths boss. Okay, yes guys, thanks for joining once again and bye bye guys, bye bye.
Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.
Don't want to add to Auntie's troubles. Which should I choose? Oh, fountain. Here are my wishes. Today's recommendation is